Hi, welcome back to Venture Recaps. Today I will talk about the movie titled Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. Spoilers ahead. The movie starts by showing Shu when Wu was alone fighting the enemy's army with the help of the mystical Ten Rings, and no one knew where these 10 rings came from. Those rings had ancient and godly power, and whoever wore them became immortal. By using those rings, Shu had won many battles, and at the same time, he establishes his own organization which he named the Ten Rings, with the help which he conquered kingdoms and toppled governments throughout history. And for this reason, this organization became quite famous all over the world. Now, after controlling the whole world in 1996, when Wu started doing research on a village Ta Lo, a village said to harbor mythical beasts and powers. Now, when Wu was passing through a magical forest to enter the village, their way was blocked by trees and their cars falls into a ditch. But luckily, he get out of the car on time and he enters the forest, where his way is blocked by a guardian named Ying Lai who tells him to go back. Due to which there is a fight between them, and Yang Li gives a tough competition to the Wen Wu. While fighting, they both fell in love. Shu abandons the 10 rings and the villagers of Ta Lo reject Shu. Lai chooses to leave with him, and they had 2 children, Shang-Chi and Xia Ling. Now when Shang-Chi was young, his mother tells him about a great protector dragon who guards their village Ta Lo, and at the same time she gives Shang-Chi a locket with a green gem on it and a similar pendant to her daughter Xia Ling, saying that it will protect you. The movie shifts to the present where Shang-Chi lives in San Francisco and changing his name to Sean. Now one day when he wakes up in the morning, he finds a postcard on his side table on which the great protector dragon is made. Sean works as a valet with his friend Katie, and both of them have been friends for the last 10 years. During the job, they enjoy a free ride in a supercar. After that, Sean and Katie are having dinner with Katie's friends. Sean tells how once Katie saved him from bullies. Katie's friend tells them to be serious in life. She tells that Katie has a degree in honors and Sean knows 4 languages, and even after being so talented, you guys do the work of valet parking. After the dinner, Sean and Katie contemplate their life choices and promise to change their way of living, but end up wasting time at a karaoke bar instead. Now the next day, Sean goes to pick up Katie at her house. Katie's mom invites Sean inside for breakfast. He talks with Katie's grandmother and her brother about their daily lives. The grandmother mistakes them both to be dating, but Sean denies that. Now both of them are going for their duty in a bus when a man comes to Sean and tries to snatch his pendant. And he hits the man with a punch, and then a fierce fight begins. Now Sean is fighting them all by doing martial arts when a man streams them on social media. Then comes the Razor Fist from behind, whose one hand is a sword. Now the action starts again, and Razor Fist and Sean start fighting. The driver of the bus passes out in all this, and Katie starts driving the bus. Now since the bus was about to break into 2 pieces, Sean tells all the passengers to go to the front half. Sean jumps in the first half of the bus and is saved as the bus crashes with the Razor Fist. Later, when Sean checks, the Razor Fist had taken away his pendant. Now Katie asks him what is all this going on, to which Sean says that I will tell you everything after I come back, but at the moment I have to go to Macau to reach my sister before those people reach her. But when Katie insists on him, he tells her that his sister had sent him a letter a few months back and that the men were sent by his dad. Now Katie goes with Sean even though he doesn't want to. Sean tells about his past, that when he was 7, his mother was murdered by Wen Wu's enemies, the Iron Gang. Wen Wu massacres the Iron Gang and resumes leadership of his organization. When Shang-Chi was 14, Wen Wu sends him to assassinate the Iron Gang's leader, and after completing his mission, he ran away from there. And then Sean reveals that his name is not Sean, but Shang-Chi. Now finally, both of them reach Macau, and Shang-Chi, looking for his sister, comes to an underground fight club. A bouncer in the elevator asks Sean to sign on a phone so that he can enter the building. They are welcomed by John, who is a big fan of Sean because of his hit bus fight video. He shows them around the club, where we also see a small fight between Wong and Abomination, in which Wong beats Abomination by creating a portal that causes Abomination to punch himself in the face and knock himself out. John forces Sean to fight in the ring but hesitates and says he does not want to fight. But John tells him that the contract he signed in the elevator means that he has to fight. After this, it is Shang-Chi's turn, and when he goes to the ring, he finds out that his opponent is none other than his sister Xia Ling. Now Xia Ling starts attacking him and starts beating him continuously, but Shang-Chi tells her that their father, Wen Wu, has gone crazy. He had sent his men to attack him, and they would come to attack her too. Xia Ling ends the fight by knocking him out with a kick. After the fight, when they all were talking, Xia Ling tells Katie that before Shang-Chi left, he told her that he will be back in 3 days, and after 3 days, Xia Ling went to their mother's shrine and waited for him. But then 3 days turned into a week, and weeks turned to a month, and then to years. After 6 years, she realized that she doesn't need him anymore. And that is why she is so angry with him. Then she tells him that she doesn't need him now. Sean tells her that the 10 rings attacked him in America and took his pendant. He thinks that they will come for her pendant as well. Shang-Chi asks her that then why did she send her the postcard, to which she tells him that she did not send any card. Suddenly, they get attacked by 10 rings. Sean and Katie try to escape from the windows, but the 10 rings catch up to them. Now an intense fight starts here, and during this Katie falls down, but Xia Ling saves her. The Death Dealer steals the pendant and runs away. Sean follows him and starts fighting him. He was the one who trained Sean in master arts during his childhood. Sean defeats him and was about to kill him, but just then, Shu stops him and captures them all, including the pendant, and takes them to the 10 Rings compound. Xia Ling tells Katie that she was never taken care of after her mother's death. She was not allowed to train with the boys, but she learned everything by herself and ran away when she was 16 after realizing that her brother would not come back. As her dad wouldn't let her into his empire, she set up her own underground fight club. Sean goes to see the place where he used to train as a kid, and Shu used to look after his injured hands. He remembers Shu advising him to strengthen his mind alongside his body. At dinner, it is revealed that the Americans did not know the Chinese name of Shu, so they named him Mandarin, but he had many names like Warrior King and Master Khan. But everything changed when he met their mother. Lai had given up everything to be with him, and so did Shu, who left the 10 Rings. And after that, they all started living a happy life. But after the death of their mother, he was lost for a long time, but now he knows what to do. Shu desperately wanted to connect with her mother, so he again went to look for Ta Lo village, but he could not find the entrance there, but he came to know what they are hiding. He says that there is a gate somewhere in the mountains of Ta Lo where their mother is waiting for them all to be reborn. He says that it is difficult to believe this thing, but once he was sitting in his office, she talked to him and told him that she needs his help in saving her from those people. Sean explains to his dad that there is nothing like this, but then his dad put both pendants in the eyes of a dragon statue, from which water comes out, and a map is made with a path that opens only once a year that goes straight to that gate. But to go through that gate, they must know the exact time of its opening, and now he knows both. Shu tells them that's why they have been brought there to help him. Xia Ling says that Ta Lo will not let them open the gate, on which Shu says that they will burn the village itself if that happens. But when Sean disagrees with him, he puts everyone in the lockup. When Shu goes to bed, he hears voices of his dead wife begging him to save her. In the lockup, the trio discusses how delusional Shu is. There they start hearing a strange scream, and when they follow that voice, they find a man named Trevor. He is the same man who played fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3. Trevor has a creature named Morris who recognizes Sean as he had grown up in Ta Lo with his mother, but Shu picked him up one day from the magic forest when he went to find Ta Lo's door. Morris wants Sean to take him back to Ta Lo, to which Sean says that the way opens only once a year, but Trevor tells him that Morris can take them there now, but it can be dangerous. They break out of the lockup and take Razor Fist's car and leave. 10 Rings start following them on motorbikes, but Sean takes care of them. On their way to Ta Lo, they have to wait in front of the forest, and Trevor tells them about his acting career and how Morris enjoys his plays. Soon, the forest opens up and they start moving. When they are passing through the forest tries to eat them, but they come out from there somehow. They cross a waterfall, after which they enter Ta Lo. There they see many Chinese mythical creatures like firebirds, nine-tailed foxes, Morris family, guardian lions, and jade dragons. When they encounter the people of Ta Lo village, they tell them to leave, but Ying Man, who is the sister of Sean's mother, comes and saves them. She tells the people of the village that they are our people and will stay with us. Sean and others introduce Trevor to the village as well. She tells them that her people have been here for 4,000 years, protecting them and their world from the evil behind that gate. Sean tells her that his dad is coming to open that gate as he feels that his wife is locked behind that gate. Ying then explains the history of Ta Lo, that thousands of years ago, a village was attacked by the soul-consuming monster and its minions, but was saved by a Chinese dragon called the Great Protector, who helped seal the Dark Gate. According to Ying, the monster has been influencing Shu to believe Lai is still alive so that he will open the gate. She says that their father is not the first who is coming to open that gate, but for centuries many people have failed by trying like this. And one thing that was common in all was that they used to hear a voice and promise their greatest desire. Ying gives the siblings special traditional clothes. To defend the village, everyone starts training. Katie starts training with bow and arrow, while Xia Ling trains alone. Sean specifically asks Ying to teach him how to defeat his dad. He struggles against her attacks, but she tells him to believe in himself. On the other hand, Shu still has hallucinations of his dead wife. After training, Sean reminisces about the night when the Iron Gang murdered her mother. Shu came back to see her dead body and went into a state of sadness. Afterward, he took Sean to the Iron Gang's hideout. He killed all of them in front of Sean to set an example of revenge. Katie comes and sits by with him. He tells her that he thought that he could run away to America and change his name to escape his past. Katie replies that it was not his fault. Now finally, Shu comes to Ta Lo with his army and the villagers gather to defend themselves. Ying tries to stop Shu from talking, but it does not work as he is confident that his dead wife wants to be resurrected. Soon the fight starts between the villagers and the Ten Rings mercenaries. Shan goes to stop Shu and his dad starts mocking him. While fighting, he tells Shan that he should have defended his mother from the thugs. As they continue fighting, his dad hits him with a super punch, and Shan falls into the water. Shu hears his wife's voice, so he goes to break the gate and starts hitting it. This cracks the gate open and unleashes several soul-sucking demons. On the other hand, a fight is going on between the Ten Rings and Ta Lo villagers when Ying sees the creatures. Then Xia Ling tells Razor Fist that they must fight this together, but Razor Fist says that they don't need anyone. The monsters attack Death Dealer and kill him. Razor Fist realizes that his weapon is not affecting the creatures, but Ying comes and kills the creature and Razor Fist agrees to fight with them. They take position near the lake and Katie gets ready with the archers as the demons come out of the gate. Meanwhile, Shan, who was drowning in the water, hears his mother's voice, and then the Great Protector, who was in the water, comes out taking Shan with him. He attacks the monsters while riding the dragon. Ying tells Shan that he has to stop his father. Shan starts fighting with Shu just like his mother. Shu attacks using the rings, but Shan was now able to control the rings. Finally, the gate opens and the mega monster emerges from it. It grabs Shu. Before dying, he gives his rings to Shan. On the other hand, in the middle of the immense fighting, Trevor pretends to be dead and Morris starts copying his act. Xia Ling brings the Great Protector, on which Shan climbs up and they start moving towards the village. The monster was about to attack the village when the Great Protector stops him and the monster starts getting weak due to lack of soul. But then its minions start bringing him souls from the dead people, due to which power comes in it, and it comes out of the water. Naum attacks the Great Protector and starts sucking his soul, while Xia Ling is also held by the dragon, and she tells Shan to leave her, but Shan says not again. Katie shoots an arrow that hits the monster's neck, and it lets go of the Great Protector. The Great Protector again entangles him in the water, and Shan puts his rings inside the dragon. Shan makes his final attack and breaks the monster into pieces. Shan gets off the dragon and embraces Katie. The survivors honor their fallen warriors, including Shan honoring his father. They light lanterns and send them off across the waters. Shan and Katie return home and explain their whole adventure to their friends, who both think that the two are mocking them. Then Wong opens a portal into the bar in front of everyone to invite Shan and Katie along for another mission. The two waste no time and step through the portal. In the mid-credits scene, Shan and Katie meet Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel with Wong as they discuss that when Shan used the 10 rings, it activated a beacon. Before they can continue to figure out what it means, Shan and Katie take Wong to the karaoke bar where they get drunk and sing songs. In the post-credits scene, Xia Ling now appears to be the new leader of the 10 Rings, with Razor Fist now working under her as the surviving members are seen continuing their training while she makes new plans for their future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Shang-Chi and the Legend of 10 Rings. We hope you enjoyed reliving the movies with us. If you want to keep up with our latest movie recaps and reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Don't forget to leave a comment below to let us know which movies you want us to recap next, and feel free to share this video with your friends and family who love movies as much as we do. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.